Hi, I'm Valkorum and welcome back to the channel. It only seems like a little while ago I was playing high-level basketball in my home city. Alright, it was a while ago now. So when I got the opportunity to get a copy of Pro Basketball Manager 2022, I jumped at the chance to play this game. What's not to like about it? Basketball, simulation. Love it. Anyway, I got a copy of this game about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And as you know, I like to create videos on tips and tricks for different games, but I was really struggling to come up with some meaningful tips for this game. In the end though, I've managed to come up with 3 tips that I think can help you out with this game. Alright, let's get started, and don't forget to like and subscribe as it really does help me out. Tip 1, real names. As this is a game from an independent developer, it's going to be nearly impossible for them to get a licensing agreement to all the leagues in the world. Just money, time, effort, etc. So out of the box, all the names of teams and players are all slightly different. But that doesn't mean you have to play the game like that. The game's been set up to allow mods, and a modder by the name of Thomas T has made a mod that contains the real names for players, coaches, teams, leagues, and all the cups. So here's how you go about putting the mod in. You go to your library, go to your game, go to your workshop. As you can see, there's only a few mods out so far, but there's one called Real Names Database. Choose that one. Hit the subscribe button. That'll add it to your download list. At the time of me recording this, the download's 376 meg. Once that's downloaded and installed, then you need to start up the game. And at the point of starting a new game, there'll be an option to select the mod. You just select the mod, and away you go. All player names are now correct. There's a lot of pictures and images of the right players. As you can see here, there's like Luka Doncic, LeBron James, all got their faces in the game. And all the stats are pretty similar and set up as well. As you can see, I'm in the new career section. We've downloaded the real names mod. We'll be able to choose that, and that gives us all the details from that mod. Tip 2, Simplified Trades. This is a really simple configuration change will have a huge impact on your game. As the help says, if this option is enabled, the North American Championship teams will be less demanding on your trade deals. So far my testing with this has allowed me to pretty much complete any trade as long as my salaries match. So to change that, you go to your settings, and then Simplified Trades, make sure that's turned on. Alright, I've started a new game as a second round of Kings. I want to upgrade my small forward position as I think I can do way better than Mo Harkless. As you can see, Mo Harkless quite poor when you compare it to everyone else on the team. So let's do a trade with Boston Celtics, and let's trade for Jaylen Brown for Mo Harkless. We go to our trades, add in the Celtics, let's choose a player. Jaylen Brown, so his salary is $4 million, so let's select him. From the Kings, we're going to choose Morris Harkless. Right, his salary is $5 million. Okay. Unused payroll, they've got $8 million spare. We're not doing so well, so we're going to win by getting rid of $1 million of our salary. And we're going to get a 2.5 star value player in Jaylen Brown. So we send that request. And we just have to wait a few days and make sure that we get the approval on that trade. Let's skip forward a few days. As you can see now, we got the message saying that the trade is official. We've just traded Jaylen Brown for Mo Harkless. No one in their right mind would make that trade, but because of that config change, we've got ourselves a very handy upgrade, and using that, you can go ahead and make yourself a nice little super team. As you can see here, I've created a super team with a starting 5 of De'Aaron Fox, Devin Booker, Klay Thompson, Ben Simmons, and Nikola Jokic, all obtained from using this configuration change to make those easy trades. Tip 3, edit your own players. One really good feature that has been built by the development team is a separate application called Pro Basketball Manager 2022 Data Editor. In here you can edit every player, every staff member, club, competition, cities, and even how injuries affect the players. But to be able to do this, you have to download the tool from Steam. Let me show you how to do that. Firstly, we need to open Steam and go to your library. Then you need to select Tools from the drop down up here, and make sure that this show only ready to play games is turned off or unchecked. Then we're going to scroll down till we find Pro Basketball Manager 2022 Data Editor. We select that one, and then we install it. As you can see, it's a 1.8 gig download. So do that, however long it takes you, depending on your internet connection. Being in Australia, not that great. And then when that's done, we'll come back and we'll show you how to open it and use it. Okay, here we are in the data editor application. You have two options for editing. You can either edit a mod, or you can edit an existing save game. I'm going to go through how to edit an existing save game. So first things first, you just need to select the game that you want to edit. We go saves. We'll just use that initial one we did with the brand new Sacramento Kings. Select it, and then hit load. Once you've loaded in your save game data, you now have many options you can edit. Players, persons, clubs, club competitions, injuries, cities. I'm not going to go through them all with you, but let's just have a look at how we can edit a player. So let's select on players, and this is going to load every player that's in your save game. Okay, so now we're in the players. This has loaded every player in the game. So I want to do a filter by Kings, and then I'm going to do a filter by team, and I'm going to scroll down to the Sacramento Kings here. Now if I want to edit De'Aaron Fox, he's my main player. I want him to be an absolute stud. I mean, he already is a stud, but I want to make him an absolute stud. So select Fox, and we'll hit modify. From here, there's a number of different things we can change. General, our characteristics, which is our skills, our mental abilities, our body of health, the club, languages, any affinities with extra players, etc. But let's say I want to turn De'Aaron Fox into a 200 centimeter, 95 kilo guard. Just make him a bit more difficult to deal with. I can make that change. One thing you do need to keep in mind when doing all this is all that data has to be correct and no incorrect values, otherwise it won't save. So one of the things we do need to go to is to club, and you can see here the annual increase in percentage. The maximum is 7.5. This is one of the bugs I found in the real names mod that I spoke about. You need to come in here and just make sure we change that to a value that's correct. Once you're happy with your changes, actually we'll go in and let's make him a 3-point shooting star. So we put up to the max value. We hit modify. Done. Saved. De'Aaron Fox is now a 200 centimeter, 94, 95 kilo guard who is a perfect 3-point shooter. Well, the highest stat in the game, 20 out of 20. Nice and simple. You can go through, change all the players' names, all their stats, and give yourself, you could make yourself a whole team of players with 20, 20, 20 across all the skills. Bit cheaty, but hey, you could do it. I hope that these tips and tricks have been helpful. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, as it really does help me out.